Good morning, Class 4-3. Mr. Waterman here with today's Language Arts lesson for Period 2 on Thursday, January 7th, 2021. Happy New Year, everyone. I hope you all are safe and well, and I hope you had a wonderful Christmas and New Year's holiday with your family. Well, the time has come. This is term 3. And we have about 10 weeks left in this term. Yes, we are online again, and I figured as much, as did most of you, which is why I sent home all of these workbooks with you at the end of the term in December. So all of you have your grammar workbooks, and all of you have your workbooks for the next main story that we are going to be doing called Chinatown. I will speak more about that in tomorrow's class in periods 3 and 4. Okay, now this is the last grammar workbook we are using this term. It starts on page 129 and it finishes on page 192. Just like before, with each online lesson that we do, you will complete 2 pages from your grammar workbook, okay? And as always, it'll tell you at the very top what we are studying. And sometimes on the bottom, I will ask you to do an additional activity, an extra activity, just for some extra practice, okay? Well, with this term, we are going to look at adjectives, okay? Now, many of you know what adjectives are already. Just to give you a brief review on what adjectives are, please listen very carefully as I read each point, and please feel free to read along as well, okay? Point number 1, adjectives are words that describe nouns or pronouns. For example, adjectives may tell what a noun or pronoun looks, sounds, smells, tastes, or feels like. Point number 2, adjectives may be placed before a noun or pronoun. Adjectives may come after the words a, an, and the. Okay? Now, you're going to learn about these special words later on, a, an, and the. These 3 words are called articles. You're going to study that in a little bit. Okay? Point number 4, adjectives may follow a linking verb. So you remember we studied linking verbs in term 2. They should be fresh in your memory. Point number 4, use commas to separate 3 or more adjectives in a series. Okay? So anytime you have 3 or more of anything, you need to use a comma to separate them. Okay? Adjectives included. Please listen very carefully as I read the directions. Read the sentences below. Write each adjective on the line provided. Some sentences may have more than one adjective. Okay? First, I'm going to read all of the sentences, and then I will do some examples. Please listen very carefully, and of course, feel free to read along. Number 1, Florida has big mosquitoes. Number 2, Miss Franny wanted a little house with lots of books. Number 3, that short, smart woman is the librarian. Number 4, she feared that she would seem like a silly woman. Number 5. This book is long and difficult. Number 6. The large bear had a strong smell. Number 7. The bear looked dangerous. Number 8. Winn-Dixie had clean, sharp teeth. Number 9. Miss Franny's father was rich. Number 10. When she saw the dog, she let out a loud, high scream. Number 11. The dog was friendly and clean. Number 12. The bookshelves are high. Number 13. Her father had a loud, scratchy voice. Number 14. The road was not steep at all. Let's do some examples together. I'm going to try something different today. Let's do all of the odd-numbered ones together. By odd numbers, I mean number 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, and 13. 1. Florida has big mosquitoes. What's my adjective in the sentence? Big. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to circle the adjective, and I'm going to write it on the line. B-I-G, big. Number 3, that short, smart woman is the librarian. This time I have 2 adjectives. Short and smart, just like many of you. Short, S-H-O-R-T. Put a comma after it and then write smart, S-M-A-R-T. Number 5. This book is long and difficult. Again, I have 2 adjectives. The first adjective is long. L-O-N-G. The second adjective is difficult. D-I-F-F-I-C-U-L-T. Let's go to number 7. The bear looked dangerous. Dangerous is my adjective. Let's circle it and write it on the line. D-A-N-G-E-R-O-U-S. 9. Miss Franny's father was rich. My adjective is rich. R-I-C-H. Number 11. The dog was friendly and clean. Again, I have 2 adjectives. The first one is friendly. F-R-I-E-N-D-L-Y. Put a comma after it. The second one is clean. C-L-E-A-N. The last example. 13. Her father had a loud, scratchy voice. 2 adjectives. The first one is loud. L-O-U-D. The second adjective is scratchy. Please circle it. S-C-R-A-T-C-H-Y. So now we have done half together. Please do all of the even-numbered ones on your own. For extra practice, it says to write 3 sentences using adjectives. You can write them right here on this page below the others. Please look at my example sentence. My sentence is, Mr. Waterman cooked a delicious pork roast for Christmas. Mr. Waterman cooked a delicious pork roast for Christmas. My adjective is delicious. See how long that sentence is? What I would like you to do is for each sentence to try and write nice, long sentences just like Mr. Waterman. This is going to help you get ready for grade 5. When you're finished with everything on this page, please turn to page 130. Now, we're going to look at proper adjectives. Please listen as I read each point. Point number 1. Proper adjectives are formed from proper nouns. Okay? So do you remember when we talked about proper nouns, we talked about the names of people, the names of places, the names of things. Okay? For example, George Waterman. George Waterman is a proper noun. It is the name of a person. We're going to learn about proper adjectives today. Okay? A proper adjective begins with a capital letter. Very important, just like proper nouns. Point number 3. Common adjectives are not formed from proper nouns. Do not capitalize common adjectives. Okay? So for example, a common noun can be any person, any place, or anything. For example, train station is a common noun, okay? We don't capitalize that at all. Common adjectives work the same way, okay? I'll give you some more examples. I'm going to write it over here. Proper noun. Korea is a proper noun because Korea is the name of a country. Now, a proper adjective would be Korean. People that are born and raised in Korea are known as Korean people. The proper adjective is Korean. Proper noun, Korea. That's the name of the country. Proper adjective, Korean. The name of the people that are born and raised in Korea. Okay? Now, let's have a look at a few examples. Please listen as I read the directions. On the line, rewrite each proper adjective correctly. Please listen as I read each sentence. Number 1. Today, I sat and read in the Herman West Block room at the library. Today, I sat and read in the Herman W. Block room at the library. I'm used to saying West for streets in America. Number 2, I read a book about bears who live in the Michigan woods. Number 3, I also learned that mosquitoes live in the Florida swamps. Number 4, I read about a Chinese custom of having brides wear red at weddings. Number 5, the room had a shelf of books about Asian countries. Number 6, this library has more books than both Pleasantville libraries put together. Number 7, I won't miss the chill of Minnesota winters. Number 8, I lived near the Canadian border, where it got very cold. Number 9, that reminds me, I want to find a book on Eskimo life. Number 10, I already read a book on Native American tribes. Let's do a few examples together. Number 1, today I sat and read in the Herman W. Block room at the library. Herman W. Block, this is the proper adjective. Okay? So because Herman is a man's name, we need to capitalize the H, the W, since the W is his middle initial, and the B, because Block is his last name. Okay? Room is a common adjective because it's part of the Herman W. Block room. Okay? We don't need to capitalize that. So, capital H, capital W with the period behind it, and the capital B. Now, I will rewrite the sentence. Today, I sat and read in the Herman W. Block room at the library. So you notice the sentences are getting longer, right? Okay. Let's do one more together. Number 2, I read a book about bears who live in the Michigan woods. Now, Michigan is our proper adjective, Michigan woods, but we don't need to capitalize woods, just Michigan, because that is the name describing the woods. And Michigan is also a state in America. I read a book about bears who live in the Michigan woods. Okay? Please do numbers 3 through 10 on your own. Now, when you're finished, please look through any of your books. It could be any of your English reading books. It can be an English newspaper, a magazine you have at home. And you can make a list of any proper adjectives you find. Okay? So that's it for today's grammar lesson in period 2 on Thursday, January 7th, 2021. Now, please remember, all of you have taken this workbook home, so you should already have these, okay? If for some reason you forgot these workbooks at school, you can click on the link, okay? And that's going to be the entire workbook from pages 129 to 192, okay? I'm not going to put up links every day anymore like I did before. This just saves us all time, okay? It saves me time, it saves you time. It can probably save you a lot of time and ink from having to print things off. You have the entire workbook. You can print it all off on one go. Or if you already have your workbook, if mom or dad, if they want to print off a copy for them to help you as you are doing their work, as you're doing your work, that's a great idea as well, okay? Now, if you have any questions about anything, please feel free to email me at any time. Stay safe and healthy, and I hope to see you all very soon. Take care, and bye-bye now.